and the 3, and the 4, and the 5, and the freak. Hobie, shut up, phone. Oh, yeah, sorry, music. I can't do a fucking song of that shit, that's for sure. People, yes, that guitar is blaring.
Yes.
It is yet again, and we are here. It's the MCA Ringside Hangout. Thank you very much for watching. MCA Ringside Hangout is where you hang out with us at Ringside and talk about wrestling. Oh, it's damn! We got the Hobie Day done pretty much right away here, sir. Nice avatar.
I done told you I got it done.
Now the thing is, though, folks, is like if you think that shit looks good, we gotta blow this up a little bit. Whoa! Hobie Day.
Yeah.
What's half the screen fucked?
I don't know.
I don't know.
That ain't my fault.
God damn, that just sucks. We gotta fix that. There it is. That's better. Come on.
There you go. A little bit more center. There you go. I like that.
Go. Yeah, just move it over to the left, to the left, to the right, to the right, to the left. Okay, anyways, people. So we are here, and oh man, I gotta say love. I gotta show some love to the chat over here. We got BBM over here. And yes, I haven't seen you in a couple days, man. So I'm glad that you're over here back in the chat one again. You're saying my #1 podcast for WWE, who tell the truth about wrestling. We got Shark over there saying happy Hobie Day. I'm noticing, Hobie, you're starting to get that to kind of trend a little bit on ROS Wrestling chocolate milks.
Hey, listen, they on the ROS chat, man, on the ROS Wrestling page, they don't even know.
Yeah,
They don't know.
They don't know. And you guys can actually check that out. Go to Facebook, and ROS stands for Refugees of Spill. If you guys are a Spill fan or Double Tosa fan, you would know what that is. We're not going to go into a big explanation of what that is, but definitely check that out if you want to go talk to Hovig about wrestling, or hit him up on his Facebook, Hovig Charkezian, at chocolatemilk.com. That's not a thing. Trey, you have a pear in your hand. I got a pear in my hand. I touch my balls all throughout this show, sir. How you doing, Trey?
I'm on. I'm alright. I'm like Hovig at this point. I was just like, is it over yet? Like I was falling asleep. Like I was like, man, like I had to wake myself up and check what time it was because I didn't want to miss the show.
To be fair, I fell asleep because I had a shit ton of pasta.
Yeah, he was lethargic as fuck. But the thing is, though, we're not lethargic.
I was like, oh man, that itis hit hard.
And then we're over here in the chat again. The Sharks and the Mizzies were good. Obviously, I'm not saying the same thing on my side, but we'll actually discuss that more so. And then looking over here, too, once again, happy Hobie Day. And I want you guys, BBM, the Shark 110, I want you guys to tell us what you felt about WWE Raw and what would you rate the show. And we'll go back and actually discuss this stuff with you while you're live in the YouTube chat. But I'm going to start this off with the quickness. You know what I mean? Because, you know, you guys have been waiting. I want to get this stuff done, etc., etc. So, talking about the first thing, the obvious main event build is so goddamn fucking obvious, and you guys know what this is. It's the Ronda Rousey and goddamn fucking Kurt Angle tag team match thing. And we know what's going to happen. Trey called it, and then I think Hobie called it. One of you guys did. I didn't.
I called it last week.
Okay. But I know Trey was pretty quick with that, and I remember saying the same thing. I mean, I felt like that before Trey said it, but the thing is like, I just didn't want to say it because it is kind of obvious. But at the same time, what a way to kind of fix this awful issue of no one wanted to see Ronda Rousey versus Stephanie McMahon one-on-one. And no one wanted to see Kurt Angle versus Jason Jordan, you know, so hopefully he stays injured for quite the fucking while. But yeah, Trey, like, what do you feel like since you kind of knew that this was going to happen, you've been saying this before, were you kind of upset about this promo, or were you kind of like, oh, here it is, it's coming to fruition, I like this?
Yeah, the second thing coming to fruition for the most part. Granted, like I said last week, I was kind of holding on to the Rock thing because, you know, the Rock Triple H had that little promo like a couple of years ago. But I was like, it's obvious Kurt Angle at this point. And tonight, I don't know if I want to say she did better tonight than she has been, but it was okay. It was okay. Am I hyped for the match? No. Like, hell no. Like, this match is going to be it's stupid. Is this another way to cash grab Kurt Angle coming back into the ring? Because Kurt Angle's a fan favorite, and they want to see him back in the ring. So they try to use all these opportunities to get him back in there. And it's a way to get Ronda Rousey's foot wet. But I don't like the way they're doing it. I don't like how they're putting Triple H and Stephanie in the forefront and everything. It's a rivalry that didn't need to get brought back up from that WrestleMania. I forgot what WrestleMania was, but it
31.
was a rivalry that didn't brought up. Thank you. Yeah, it could have been left at WrestleMania 31.
Now, really quick, before we get to Hovig's opinion, I want to show the YouTube chat one more time. And yeah, like Red Robot King agrees with the Shark saying the Mizzies were awesome. And Shark said, honestly, he thought Elias got destroyed by Braun and everything else. Or he only caught Elias getting destroyed by Braun and everything after. So he gave it 2 out of 5. And Raheem giving it 1 out of 5. Stephanie versus Ronda, this is some bullshit. Give her a title match. God. The thing is, that would be interesting to see Ronda Rousey get a title match, BBM, but at this point, honestly, I wouldn't want to see that so fast. I think Ronda Rousey needs to earn that shit because she's already getting too much praise and hype over just being a UFC fighter, and this is WWE. They're not the same thing, so you need to go bust your ass a little bit. I mean, come on, Ronda Rousey. But, Hovig, you, with that promo, did you like that promo at all? Were you kind of like just counting your fingers?
I enjoyed it because, like I said, I already called it last week, and I knew exactly what was about to happen. And like I even told my buddy who actually saw everything, I was like, it's not like they were subtle about that shit either. Like, you know, they were like, you know, oh yeah, this is gonna happen. Like, you know, just matter of time before it's officially confirmed. Yeah. But I actually really enjoyed everything that happened. I think right now I'm like to piggyback of what Trey said, like because he doesn't like the fact that it's with Stephanie and Triple H. I actually kind of prefer it that way, that she's actually coming in with a tag team match rather than a singles match because because come on, to be honest, right now the only person that's actually even had remotely somewhat of a fucking career in wrestling within the past God knows how many years would be Triple H. So you got Steph, who, like, when was the last time she even had a match? And you got Kurt Angle. The last time he had one was what, TLC. Yeah. And you have Ronda Rousey as her debut. And so was I gonna say? So right now, I mean, you kind of have all this falling back on Triple H, and it's actually it would actually help everyone else out.
Yeah, it really would.
And I mean, I don't think Ronda Rousey is going to do bad at all. She really doesn't even need to do much. All she has to do is just throw some people around and call it a fucking day, Yeah. But I mean, we'll see how she blossoms, if she blossoms. But I actually kind of like how they're introducing her first debut match as a tag team.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing, people. I wanted to bring something up, and there's no footage from this on the actual show today. And I'm going to see if I can find something to show y'all, just so you guys are not so goddamn bored from what we're going to be showing you. I guess this is all I got. Here we are, the stand-up bass thing. This is from some dude just kind of pirating the WWE Raw show. But yeah, the whole Symphony of Destruction thing. I got to tell you, thing,
I'm not gonna lie, Megadeth about to sue WWE.
Well, probably, but the thing is, even before Megadeth, the Symphony of Destruction, Instrument Destruction, things like that were things that were said back in the Attitude Era. So I kind of like how they did little jokes of that, like the Symphony of Destruction. Ministry, Undertaker used to say that every now and then, and Jim Ross used to say that just for like a few weeks. But it's just, I don't know, for me it was like...
No, like they went hardcore with that shit. I don't know if you caught it, but I had to rewind this shit because fucking Corey Graves always has to say some shit. And at one point, fucking Braun Strowman had Elias up and wanted to slam him through the table. And Corey Graves come out of nowhere. It looks like Elias is about to rust in peace. I was like, yo, Megadeth is about to sue WWE.
Yeah, like, Jesus Christ.
I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, that's not good. Come on, WWE. I mean, you guys know all about lawsuits. If you guys haven't read about the CM Punk stuff going on right now. So, yeah, it's fucking crazy. But yeah, here's the thing, man. I'm officially over Braun Strowman now.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Many weeks doing the exact same thing. They can't just make a joke and move on. They had to keep fucking doing it, and now it's like, now I don't give a fuck. Him being the shell of Elias, all this build-up for Elias, and how even last year during the TLC where I was like, oh, look at this great promo he's doing, and look at the great promos Roman's doing. You know that there's a difference between the booking of the two, where Roman is going to be at WrestleMania this year, and Elias was a jobber tonight in a squash match against Braun Strowman. That was fucking ridiculous. And I knew that the bass theme was going to get too out of hand. Him breaking the bass that other night, a couple of weeks ago. And they're overdoing that now. I mean, come on, a Symphony of Destruction night? Like, with all these instruments and everything? Just so he can go fuck everything up? Like, that's dumb, man. It's WrestleMania season. Braun Strowman has been one of the greatest characters in the whole fucking year. And you're going to make him resort to this? I mean, Hovig, you're the biggest Braun Strowman mark out of all of us, man. Like, how did you feel about tonight? I mean, were you cool, or were you looking at it like me?
No, I was cool with it because, that we needed something like tonight to put a fucking end to it. Because, you know, they're not going to do that shit again, and I think...
Oh, no, they're not done yet. Braun Strowman, there's nothing for him to do towards Mania, so this feud's not over. Mark my words. This feud is not over, ladies and gentlemen. Like...
I have a feeling that this feud is actually over. Because I did read somewhere that I think they have some certain plans for Braun for WrestleMania. I'm not even sure. I kind of forgot it. It was like the other day I read it. But I honestly feel like that was it, especially with how they even had Elias get carried out. I'm thinking that tonight was probably the end of the whole Braun Strowman and Elias scruffle. Whatever the fuck. But, I mean, it didn't really harm me at all because it was a match that I wasn't really supposed to take seriously, especially with Elias doing whatever the fuck he was doing for like 3 hours. Yeah. But, and then Braun just came out and says, you know, fuck this shit. I'm about to end you. And that's pretty much how exactly what... I'm actually surprised that he even took that fucking cello and just shattered it on him. I was like, holy shit, that alone, like, I just...
Like that soldier? Okay, well, I mean, yeah. Well,
because if you looked at that the cello, that shit shattered. Like, wow.
we'll see, because, I mean, we can talk about that, and I don't want to get into a big old thing of, like, this is why I feel this way. I mean, I'll say that from a rating system, but it's just like... You know they give it the fuck out of these things, and that cello, even the one from 2 weeks ago, everyone's like, "Oh, he's so powerful." That was the most plastic fucking cello I've ever seen in my life. I mean, come on, that's not how a cello even works, y'all. Like that. I mean, go to one Guitar Center, you'll fucking learn. You know, but
we know, but the whole thing was it's Braun Strowman, and he give no fucks. That was the whole thing with that.
But back in the day when they would do this, like when Mark Henry like bent a fucking cooking pan in half. Like that wasn't a gimmick.
I remember that. Pan. I remember that shit. They dared him in the fucking backstage.
Yeah, well, same when they threw cars. He would actually pick up a car and throw it, and it's like the thing is, it wasn't a fake car. You know, it wasn't a gimmick car. When they would do things back then, it was real. This, I'm sorry, but like it's so obviously fake. You know, Braun Strowman now looks inferior to Mark Henry and Big Show now, in my opinion, because of this stupid shit. And it wasn't that funny to me, you know, like that's a big thing. But I mean, we have a difference of opinion. But I really like Shark over here saying, I mean, Braun had just dropped the bass, man. So yeah, Braun did that for Skrillex. That shit was awesome.
Get that trash out of here.
Braun is all about that bass, no treble.
All about that bass. And by the way, I don't like the appropriation shit too. Like, catch these hands. And like, what's he gonna say next? Like, come at me, bro. Like, this is getting silly too. I'm sorry, but I can't fucking take it seriously. You're saying catch these hands. It's fucking dumb. It's hilarious. But Trey, like, what'd you feel about the Braun Strowman thing in the Symphony of the Night?
Symphony of the Night.
I just hope that
Symphony of Destruction.
Symphony of the Night. What is this, Castlevania?
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, I was like, my bad. I just hope this is the last thing we see of this, because honestly, you guys know at the beginning I was never on the Braun Strowman hype, and then he started kind of getting me into him a little bit. But now it's stuff like this where I'm just kind of backing away again. I'm like, yeah, I don't like this at all. I'm not really into it that much. I mean, I don't know if it's me like not liking the fun or anything. I know this is supposed to be a fun thing, but I guess I just didn't enjoy it. I wasn't really into it as much. I didn't really care. So I just hope this is the last thing from Braun versus Elias that we're going to get. Matter of fact, I'm wondering what happened to Elias versus Cena just because he went to SmackDown. Like, he's a free agent, and I feel like they could have.
That's a big thing. Like, not to interrupt you, but it's like on top of that, he's on Raw again. So,
I mean, Cena lost his smile because he doesn't know how he's getting into WrestleMania.
Yeah, no, but go ahead though, Trey. I'm sorry about that, man. Just you're making a point. I wanted to help you out there, but yeah.
Yeah, that was it. That was it pretty much. It's just like, well, why didn't they continue their feud? It's like Elias and Cena had a potential feud that could have happened like after Raw 25. I mean, I was talking to a friend earlier. When Raw 1000 happened, we had feuds that kind of built up, like that kept going after that show happened. But it seemed like anything after Raw 25, like the only thing that I know is still going on from that is freaking Matt Hardy versus Bray Wyatt, and who cares about that? But Elias and John Cena had the best thing that whole night at Raw 25, and it didn't really even continue. And I'm just like, Why is Elias going against Braun? Why is Cena doing this Road to Redemption thing when he could be having a great feud with Elias right now?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's fucking stupid because it's a basic booking. I mean, this is shit that like is auto done by video games. I mean, you know what I mean? Like that's kind of crazy. But yeah, and then to move on, the Mizzies. Now I know everyone in the chat like this, and I understand why you like this because I'm not gonna say it was the worst fucking thing ever. I'm not gonna like go in my hyperbolic fucking like it's all fucking stupid. But it's like that was a long ass segment, and even I was watching this on the stream, and everybody decides like, oh, here we go, you know, the Miz thing where he has a fucking jobber match, or not a jobber match, but a lame, boring match that means nothing, and yet he does a 15-minute promo, so it's worth him actually coming up to the ring. And I was like, oh, damn, you're right, that has been the template, not just recently, but for the last 6 months. Aside from the 6 months that he was gone, or you know, for the 3 months that he was gone out of the 6 that he was making a movie or something. Sandwich on both sides of that is just him doing a promo and then fucking wrestling against somebody who you don't care about, but you were into the promo, so he kept you there. And it was annoying. I hated Seth Rollins just having that stupid little comment of like, oh, you're out here following me. It's like, he can't say it to all the other wrestlers who've done this all the fucking time. And on top of it, too, you know they're not going to feud because none of them are going to be turning face or heel. And if they did feud, what's the prize? Why would you feud against each other? So you're just teasing my fucking balls like, hey, fucking wrestling nerds, we're going to wrestle. You're not going to wrestle. I know they're not going to have a match at WrestleMania. It's fucking stupid. But like you, did you like the Mizzies?
That's when I started falling asleep.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, they were okay. I mean, I thought it was pretty funny when he started talking about the whole general manager shit, and it was nothing but Kurt Angle the whole fucking time, and I just thought it was funny.
And I mean, that would have been funny if there wasn't the idea of like, oh, by the way, there's only been one Raw general manager this year, so it's like,
well,
I already knew the joke before he did it.
when he said all past general manager stuff, I was thinking that he was gonna bring up other people as well, like maybe Mick Foley or some shit. But I was like, oh, he's just talking straight up shit about Kurt Angle, and I thought that was funny.
Yeah, so that was dumb. And then, like, I hate the typical things like, and the award goes to this guy, but he's not out here because he's a bitch, and I'm awesome. And he's like, you guys shut the hole in your face. And I'm like, you're being such a generic heel. Like, it's almost like when you watch a movie, and the bad guy is like, hey, in case I can't actually act good enough for you to hate me naturally, let's just make him racist, sexist, hates kids, fucks his wife, but then fucks his wife's sister. You know, it's like you're going through the checklist of all the bad guy shit. You know, like The Miz has to talk shit about the hometown, has to say he's great, has to. It's like, be natural. Do something that's like, why would I ever hate you? It's like, it's so fucking cruise control with this fucking heel shit. It's terrible. And that's why people cheer him, because it's like, what reason to hate you? Oh, Rockford sucks. Chicago sucks. Fuck you. Like, who cares? Milwaukee sucks. They're in Milwaukee tonight. It's like, what can you even say about Milwaukee in the fucking first place? Oh, Milwaukee, you guys are fucking human beings who walk around the streets. Fuck you.
I could say that Wayne and what's his name, Garth, saw Alice Cooper in Milwaukee.
Oh, yeah, I don't even know. Like, I mean,
Nah.
if I was in the audience, I'm like, wow, I'm glad I spent $1,200 to be as close as I can be to the ring while he says, I'm great. Oh, man. Miz, thank you, Miz. Oh, God, you're so great. I love you, Miz. Oh, $1,200 a ticket, you fucking piece of shit. Like, what the fuck?
If you pay $1,200 a ticket for a fucking Monday Night Raw, you got some issues, bruh.
You spent $4,000 on goddamn WrestleMania last year. Like,
I didn't even spend $4,000, buddy.
Oh, okay. I even $30 would be too much for me, but
Damn.
I mean, because that WrestleMania was. I mean, we have a different opinion, but I'm just saying, like, when it comes to certain things like that, it's like there is people who do have the money and did spend $1,200 a lot, because as you look at the show, you know, those front row seats are not fucking empty. So these people are coming there for a fucking show. And most of it was bad promos yet again. It's like, God damn it, dude. You know? But Trey, you with the Mizzies, what'd you feel, man?
Who cares? This was kind of my bathroom break, and even then, I guess I was kind of dream booking anyway, because I would have liked if they would have brought up the Slammies, like, oh yeah, since WWE being lazy with the Slammies, I'm doing my own thing, da da da. Even though it was the third annual Mizzies, but still, I thought it would be kind of hilarious if they brought that up. But I just found myself dream booking more than actually caring about this actual segment. The segment didn't really do anything for me. I mean, I feel like Miz is character is kind of better than this at this point, and I feel like I was just biting off the Oscars thing from yesterday and everything. So yeah, it was just kind of meh. I didn't care.
Yeah, and I'm sorry if anyone else is experiencing buffering. I'm looking over here. Basically, I'm just gonna let y'all know, and this is just me being transitional with y'all or transparent with y'all. At the end of my bill cycle this month, I'm taking off my goddamn keyboard for once, for fucking finally, and I'm just gonna get me some goddamn faster internet with that money I'm gonna be saving. The fastest. Apparently, I have Gigablast here, which is basically Google Fiber, and not experience buffering anymore. But out of us, I'm the only one who has all the equipment to actually do this, so it's just like, goddamn, it sucks. But I promise you, at the end of this month, there'll be no more buffering ever, no more lagging, no more anything. You'll hear us clear, and it'll be wonderful. So please bear with us. I'm so sorry. I feel like telling you guys to leave because of the fact that I just don't want to waste your time with this going. But I am local rendering this. So after this show, if it really is that bad, I'll just re-upload it and you guys can watch it tomorrow. But thank you very much for sticking in the chat, and you guys are fucking awesome. And I'm actually gonna show them right now. They're telling me, lag. Anyone else experiencing buffering? So yeah. We still love you. Thank you very much, BBM. I will get the internet one day. But yeah, like Trey, I was with you too. That's one. I was gonna make this my bathroom break, and then it was like, oh, but this Miz, I fucking love Miz, but like shit. So it just sucks that it just wasn't that good. But the biggest thing here, Paul Heyman, they should just go the gay route with this character, because man, Brock Lesnar's great. The Beast, my Beast is so fucking awesome, and Brock Lesnar's so great, and Brock Lesnar, and he's just screaming his fucking head off talking about Brock Lesnar, and I fucking hate that shit now. But at the end, he kind of got me. But hopefully, I'm gonna ask you really quick, dude. What was your opinion of the Paul Heyman promo at the end and his? I didn't see him give a reason for why Brock Lesnar wanted to no-show because he's a sack of shit employee. Did he rebuttal that at all? Did he say anything about that?
I was knocked out. So
the only good Paul Heyman promo, you weren't there.
I mean, ironically, when I woke up, it was right before Roman Reigns got his ass out, and I was like, "Oh shit, what did I miss?"
Yeah. You missed a good promo. Go back and watch it later on. It was pretty good.
Right.
But Trey, I mean, did he do a rebuttal at all about Brock Lesnar's absence? Because I didn't catch anything of that nature.
See, he did, but it was more like mostly him responding to like Roman's claims more than actually giving like a reason, like for the most part or whatever. And even in my opinion, like this is kind of weird because I didn't really enjoy this Heyman promo at all whatsoever. And even then, last week where I'm like, and I hate to admit this, where pretty much even with this Heyman promo, it was all I could think in my head was Roman Reigns was right.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns was right. Paul Heyman's out here, but where's Brock? Like, and even when Roman Reigns came out, he was just like, "Whoa, look at that! I guess he is a bitch." Like he pretty much no-sold Paul Heyman's promo anyway. So it kind of made Paul Heyman's promo no one voided at that point. So I was like, "Well, damn! Like this was actually effective." I was caught off guard how much that out. Like I didn't really care for Roman's promo last week, but here I am, appreciate it even more because, well, he was proven right tonight.
And it was a chronologically correct way to go about it because this links up so much. Like this promo tonight, Paul Heyman did such a good promo that when Roman Reigns came out and said, "Man, last week's, go rewatch it." Like, yeah, fuck you. Like I was right, and it was like, ooh, he just made last week even better. Like he didn't even have to do a promo tonight. He just said, "Yeah, exactly, people. The point I was trying to make last week, Brock Lesnar's a bitch." And I was like, that's how you do it. Continuity. I felt rewarded that I watched that episode last week because no one would have got that if it wasn't for watching last week's promo with Roman Reigns. And I was like, fuck yeah. But the thing is, to go back onto it, and this is just me complaining about the writing and the last days to go fucking staff team, is the whole fact of Brock Lesnar was wrestling this week. I don't know if you guys know, but he fought against Kane, one-on-one match in Chicago, and he beat him in 35 seconds, y'all. 35-second match. And I'm like, motherfucker, man. Can't wrestle on Raw and TV, television, but you'll go to a live event that no one's actually expecting you, and you'll have a match with fucking Kane, probably a horrible, boring match. And then came Mr. Big Monster. Oh, we're gonna kill Braun Strowman. I'm fucking awesome. Please believe in me once again, my fucking boring ass. And he beat him in 35 seconds. And we're supposed to take Kane seriously later on? Fucking stupid. 35-second match, Brock Lesnar in a fucking live event show for probably cost a quarter of what the seats costed tonight on Raw. It was like, it's amazing to me that they fucking keep doing that over and over again. It's like when Brock Lesnar fought the New Day, you know, when 1-on-3 last year in fucking Madison Square Garden. It just doesn't make fucking sense to me why they do this. And for that, I'm gonna go into my rating with the quickness, but that mixed up with Nia Jax crying because Vince McMahon loves this fucking thing where he gets big badass characters like Karma, Matt Morgan, Big Show, and he makes them cry or makes them fucking retarded or makes them stutter. I mean, Bubba Ray Dudley's, you know, the Dudley Boys are some of the coolest fucking dudes ever from ECW. He makes Bubba Ray stutter again for no fucking reason and go in trances. And tonight with Nia Jax, you just humanize her. It's fucking Nia Jax, the biggest bitch in the whole fucking thing. You can make her cry. And then have Alexa Bliss, the girl who's badass, who doesn't care about anybody. And then she's like, oh, it's okay, Nia Jax. Fucking stupid. You got John Cena on Raw. That nullifies the whole, I'm going to SmackDown. I know he's a free agent, but make up your fucking mind. What was the whole point?
That's the whole point of a free agent.
I guess, but it's like, why did he even have to announce it? Just show up on SmackDown then. Or, you know what I mean? Like, and like even the thing with Goldust. Why did he fight Goldust? Why did Goldust even get time to do a fucking promo? Why? There's so much of it. The Bayley thing. They're finally going somewhere with Bayley almost turning heel, apparently it was actually posted on fucking Facebook and Instagram. The first hug Bayley has fucking said no to, and then Sasha Banks is crying in the background. Why didn't you guys just have Bayley fuck her up? She's overreacting to just not being hugged. You kind of you did your whole thing already. Like, what's Sasha Banks going to do when they actually fight? She's going to kill herself next? Crying's a little much for not getting a fucking hug. You know? I mean, yeah, I'm sorry. This is a 1 out of 5 for me. I fucking hate tonight's Raw. In writing, and as far as entertainment goes, it was an okay show. As far as the wrestling matches go, it was an okay show. But that writing, you dumb motherfuckers, man. Like, this is why I don't watch wrestling. I like to read the shit. And tonight, there's a couple segments I actually fucking watched. The Miz thing I watched. But motherfucker, man, you guys are fucking driving me crazy with this shit. So 1 out of 5 for me. Hovig, I know you're asleep for a lot of it, but for what you did see, what would you rate tonight's Raw?
Oh, I mean, I actually didn't start falling asleep till about maybe like the last half hour or so. So I did catch like a good like 85-90% of the show itself. I mean, it was kind of average to me. I mean, nothing crazy or to write home about or anything like that. I mean, I would probably give it about like a 2 out of 5, to be honest. Okay. My highlights were the whole Ronda Rousey thing and the I did enjoy the Symphony of Destruction shit. There's a couple of little things here and there, but the one thing I did like completely miss was the whole match between Seth Rollins and Finn Balor, and I think Miz and somebody else. I forgot who it was. But hey, now we have another match at WrestleMania. We got the triple threat, I guess, for the Intercontinental title at WrestleMania, which I'll be looking forward to. And that's about it. I mean, 2 out of 5.
Yeah, 2 out of 5. All right then, I get that, Mr. Trey Cooper, Pooper Scooper. What would you rate today's show?
Man, that's a 1 out of 5. It wasn't as bad as last week's Raw. It wasn't there either. I don't know. It was weird because I wanted to like the Sasha Bayley thing, but like I said, they took too long to execute stuff. And then even then, the Goldust promo was okay. Like Goldust, like, he can cut amazing promos, but they always lead to him getting squashed. So I'm just like, and I love John Cena, but it's just like it's not even a John Cena thing. Goldust is used to be squashed, and I hate that, especially because we've seen how awesome he is, and still to this day.
Yeah,
like the Ronda Rousey stuff, like I just don't care. I'm not interested at all. Yeah, and I know WrestleMania is supposed to be built mostly for the casuals at this point, because normally when it's to build up the but for people who really do watch the product though, it's just like the build up to this has been kind of lame. And I guess I'm with you, Hovik, that it makes sense for Ronda Rousey and Triple H, Stephanie McMahon, but especially Ronda Rousey being in a tag team match as well. But I just don't think she's ready in general. But I guess we'll find out soon because WWE.com did put out an article that she's going to be on every single Raw till WrestleMania. So we'll see how that holds up. Yeah, it was just a 1 out of 5 show. It's just nothing to hype up for. And the only thing I'm still kind of flabbergasted about that, like, Roman Reigns was right, and I'm mad to admit that. Like, I know Hovick last week was like, no, don't give that man too much credit, but this week I was like, damn it, I gotta give him his credit.
Yeah, exactly. No, right now Trey's so upset about this whole fucking thing with Roman Reigns. He's just like, no.
Yeah. Why?
No, but people, that's basically it. So I'm gonna do the first half of this next.
I just want to say a quick shout out to all the dudes at the chat who are sitting there saying, "Nah, I'm starting to look like fucking Braun Strowman." I think that's a pretty big compliment. Not gonna lie.
You know what isn't looking like Braun Strowman though?
Yeah, here he is too. He's ready to catch his hands. But no, and actually, I'm gonna save that pun that he just did or whatever, that segue. I'm gonna say that because I'm gonna do the first half. I've been wanting to do these things too, and goddamn it, people, what's gonna be happening is I want to let you guys know something that's really, really big that we're actually trying to do. We're actually gonna get the Midnight Chat to go on Twitch. That's the thing I've been thinking about for a very, very long time. And I think the very first thing we're probably going to be doing, and I will just post a link to it. It won't be live for you guys. It'll be in post. It'll be already posted. But I'm going to put a link on the Midnight Chat Tech Facebook page. And by the way, speaking of the Facebook page, go over there every Friday to see Ganja and Alan do the thing with the video games and whatnot. But before then, when I put that Twitch thing on there, I want to get you guys' actual legitimate opinions on our streams. Don't be nice, like don't need my ass kiss. Tell me exactly what you feel. Be completely fucking critical on our stuff because I want to get good. I really want to do good. I know that people are doing a lot of great things on Twitch, and I just want to be part of the fun and everything. So we'll see what happens with that. But tomorrow night is the SmackDown show. We're going to be doing that. It's going to be great. We're going to talk about wrestling, etc. But my boy Trey is going to tell you the rest of our agenda, our itinerary. Trey, pooper, scooper, duper, duper. You tell him, folks.
Before I was interrupted, the midweek cat attack on Wednesday. Coming up at 7:30 CST. Join the midweek chat attack as we talk about the stuff that's going on in the middle of the week. And then, of course, you already brought up the Untitled Gaming Show on the Facebook page, just like the Midnight Chat Attack Facebook page. Also, we got a Midnight Chat Attack I almost said Amiibo.
Amino page.
Amino. Yes, join the Midnight Chat Attack Amino. We got awesome stuff going on there as well. And then Saturday, of course, is the main event, the Midnight Chat Attack. Join us there at 7:30 CST. You have the after hours going on, ran by Mr. Ganja Guru and Mr. Birdman Allen. So just join us there and have fun and good times on that Saturday. And then, of course, turn that clock back around. You get this show right here, the Raw Reaction Show. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Thank you very much for joining us, guys. And Mr. Hovick, he's looking at porn. Look at that face. He's just, yeah, I can see in your eyes, boy.
What's going on?
So with that said, folks, there's only one thing to do aside from be very sexually explicit with your coworker who's also a man. That was weird. Sorry about that. I know. Trey, you tell these folks what to do at the count of 3, man. 1, and on that 2, and on that motherfucking 3, sir, attack
the mother beeping chat.
And have a happy
through WrestleMania, through SummerSlam, through Raw 25. All 3 of those shows are horrible.
Whole big day.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. Yeah, boy.
I forgot to even put the screen up for this whole fucking time. I'm a dumbass.
Oh, Roadblock is horrible shows too. Both Roadblocks, they suck too.
Oh yeah, they're pretty bad. And WrestleMania.
Yeah. I already said that though.
But what do you think about the? No.